Let's talk about this number, 5-0.
Yes, I could talk about it all morning long, and I think most of Kansas City can.
Yeah, Chiefs Kingdom waking up pretty happy today.
For a very good reason. The Chiefs are starting their season 5-0 after that win over Houston last night. That makes us the only remaining undefeated team in the NFL.
KCTV5's Neil Jones is joining us now for Chiefs Chat. Neil, would you have ever predicted such a strong start from the Chiefs? 5-0, this is crazy.
I don't know that anybody could have predicted it. All training camp, Danny Welniak and I were reporting about, hey, this team really looks good. Alex Smith is really sharp, and Tyreek Hill's doing really well. But that's practice. You really can't say that that's going to carry over to the game. Look at Oakland. They had a great preseason, and they get one injury to their quarterback, and they've lost 2 games. They're 2 games behind the Chiefs now. So, no, you couldn't have predicted it.
And we're glad to be in this boat. But you speak of injuries with Oakland, and unfortunately now we're dealing with some of our injuries of our own. With the injuries that the Chiefs are dealing with this morning, can we keep up that momentum, especially leading into a big game like Pittsburgh next weekend?
You know, it's weird. Last night the game ended, and you're happy that they're 5-0, but as a Chiefs fan, you also have to be worried. They, of course, lost Eric Berry week 1. Last night, Kelsey went out with a possible concussion. He did not look very good. Justin Houston, who had come back and been so good this year as a pass rusher, he was kind of limping around on a sore leg. And then, of course, Chris Conley, their wide receiver, who had a great game and who has really played better this year, he left the game with what Andy Reid says is it could be a Achilles rupture, and if that's true, he'll be out for the season. So you're right. Now, Andy Reid's a pro, and they'll focus on the guys they have rather than the guys they lost. But still, it's got to affect them when they host the Steelers, a game you'll be able to see this next Sunday on KCTV5.
Let's talk about Tyreek Hill. He was a controversial draft pick at first, but he continues to make these massive plays, including last night with, 82-yard a punt return. Do you think he's overcome that negativity with Chiefs fans?
Well, there's going to be some people who never really accept him. They're going to look at his past, and that's going to be it for them. But I think in football terms, he's been an absolute home run draft pick. Last night was his 21st regular season game, and he's already got 15 career touchdowns. He is the absolute best kick return man in all of football. He is a weapon to be dealt with for other teams. He's also played excellent at wide receiver this year. So thus far, number 10 has been a big reason why this team is 5-0.
Wow. As you were talking about that, we just showed that kick return.
He's amazing
It's
to watch.
amazing. It was like lightning.
I love when he does
so
those spins.
Hey guys, I gotta ask you a question. I gotta ask you guys a question. I'm dealing on short sleep. I bet there are a bunch of people who are feeling that way today at work. I don't know how you guys do it, but the Chiefs have been fun to watch, haven't they?
Oh, so much fun. And Gina, last game I stayed up the whole time. This game you stayed up the whole time.
I stayed up, and I don't regret it, but I'm like peeling my eyes open this morning.
I think a lot of people are going to be feeling that way this morning. Just drink some more coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee will do the trick. Neil, before we let you go, one more question. I think it's worth noting that back when Andy Reid started with the Chiefs, 2013, that was such a strong start as well. This is the strongest start we've seen since then. They're the only team in the whole league that hasn't lost. What does this do for them in terms of pressure? While it's exciting and motivating, it's also like, all right, guys, we can't mess up now.
Target is on them.
Yeah, for real.
Well, the fact is they've got a target on their chest the rest of the way. That's bad, but the good side is they now lead the Broncos by 1.5 games, and they're up over the Raiders by 2 full games in the division race. And so I think they're happy to carry the mantle as the NFL's last unbeaten team.
Yeah, good place to be.
Neil, so Sunday, you think they got it? Or are we going 6-0?
I think they will. The Steelers looked terrible last week, so let's hope that they beat them at Arrowhead Stadium this Sunday.
Yeah, Big Ben right now is doing us a few favors, I think. So, all right. Thank you, Neil. We appreciate it. We'll check in with you again next week for a hopeful another Chiefs win.